Hi, I'm Gideon. Now, this is the face behind the storytelling channel you subscribe to, The Voice of Tale. And if not subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel, like my past videos, drop a comment, as I'll be bringing you the forgotten history you all have not even heard about before. So let's dive in. Now, can I tell you something about the Stonehenge? Now, you all might have been thinking this is just an ordinary stone that we're talking about here. No, this is not a stone. Ordinary stone. This is what they call Stonehenge. Now, the more I researched this place, the less it felt like an history, and the more it felt like a message left behind by people who refuse to be forgotten. Now, because at first, Stonehenge sounds simple. A circle of giant rocks in the middle of England. Always visit it. People take photos, historians argue about it, end of the story. But except it is not the end of the story, not even close. 5,000 years ago, long before more modern machines, long before engines, long before written languages even existed in Britain, human beings somehow moved enormous stones across hundreds of kilometers of dangerous terrain. I know you all cannot even move your chargers, your bedside chargers. You cannot even move a kilometer with your charger. But these people moved hundreds of kilometers of dangerous terrain. They moved stones across hundreds of kilometers of dangerous terrains, and not small stones. Some of these stones came from the Preseli Hills in Wales, over 250 kilometers away. Some weighed 4 tons. The largest Sarsen stones, those weighed up to 25 tons each. Now, try to imagine that for a second. A world without drugs, without springs, without steel cables, and somehow people still looked at those giant stones and thought, yes, we are doing that. By heart. For years, people tried to explain it away. Some believe glaciers carried the stones naturally, others thought rivers transported them. Because honestly, the truth sounds like almost impossible. But in January 2026, researchers from Cotton University confirmed something remarkable. Human beings moved every single stone themselves. No magic, no advanced lost technologies, no aliens, just people. And somehow it makes the mystery even bigger. Because why? Why generation after generation spent over 1,000 years building the same monuments? Think about that. Some of the people who started Stonehenge never lived long enough to see it completed. Their children continued the work, their grandchildren, and generations after them. This was not a project. Now, this was an obsession. And then archaeologists uncovered something that changed the story completely. In 2025, researchers from Bradford University discovered a massive hidden structure surrounding Stonehenge, a ring of prehistory pits, 20 enormous pits, even each 10 meters wide. Each of these pits was 10 meters wide, 5 meters deep. Now, forming a giant circle stretching over 2 kilometers across, the largest prehistoric structure ever discovered in Britain. And somehow, it had remained hidden beside Stonehenge for 5,000 years. Almost like the landscape itself had been protecting a secret. But what happened next made the mystery even bigger and deeper. Also, in 2025, Stonehenge aligned perfectly with a rare lunar standstill, an event that only happens once every 18.6 years. As the moon rose and set at its furthest point on the horizon, the stone matched the alignment exactly. Which means these ancient people understood the movement of the sky with incredible precision. They watched the heavens carefully, they tracked the moon, they understood cycles of time most people today never even think about. And suddenly, Stonehenge stops looking like a pile of rocks. It starts looking like knowledge horizon into stone. But there is one detail stayed with me more than anything. Over 200 cremated human remains have been discovered at Stonehenge. Some belong to people who traveled from hundreds of kilometers away. People came here intentionally, not for tourism, not for entertainment, for meaning. this place mattered to them. Maybe it was a place of healing. Maybe it was a place of ceremony. Maybe it was a place where the living believed they could not connect with the dead. And maybe that is why Stonehenge still feels powerful today. So tell me, because even after 5,000 years, we still feel that mystery. Now, we still stand in front of those walls asking the exact same question. Why was it built? Maybe it was an ancient calendar, maybe a sacred temple, maybe a monument to the dead. Now, or maybe the real purpose was something even bigger. Maybe Stonehenge was humanity's way of saying, now, we've been here, we understood the universe, and we wanted to leave something behind that time could never cease. And somehow, they succeeded. Because 5,000 years later, the stones are still standing. Now, still watching, still silent, still keeping their secrets. So now, let me ask you, do you think you finally understand Stonehenge? Or do you believe the greatest truth about it is still buried beneath the ground? Tell me what you think in the comments. So, if you have not subscribed, please do well to subscribe to my channel, as I'll be bringing you updates on the forgotten history. So, like my past videos and subscribe. Do well to share your comments, your thoughts, and comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Watch out for the next video. Thank you.